Good evening. This is the Planning Board meeting, Carver Town Planning Board meeting at Carver Town Hall, October 1st, 2013 at 7 PM. If you could please stand to pledge allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Under new business tonight, we have a sign permit, Santander Bank, 160 North Main Street.
Come on up. This is the old Sovereign drive-through at the Waterstone Plaza, or the old Shaw's Plaza, and they're essentially just changing the name. But I'll let this young lady tell us all
Thank you.
about it. Carol.
I was told I had to sing and dance, but I will save you all the heartache and do neither.
Just remember, all you guys, you gotta sing and dance.
The Sovereign Bank was bought by a Spanish company called Santander a while ago, but it's taken them a while to change out all the signage. So this plaza is just before you get into Plimpton, and it's an ATM on the side of the plaza. And so we're just removing the Sovereign Bank signs and replacing them with Santander.
So basically, it's the same size and just gonna be updated
Yep.
with
That's right.
with the new name.
That's right.
Right. Well, it looks very nice. You can see that from a distance, too.
Yeah, it's hard to see right now. In fact, my brother lives in town and he didn't know where it was.
Well, I forgot that the drive-through was still active, because the bank used to be there too.
Right, right. Does anybody have any questions or comments?
No, I'm pretty good, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same size. It's just gonna be a different name.
Mhm.
So is that lit or unlit?
It's lit.
It's
That-
grandfathered, it's been there before your,
Not before I was born, but,
I wasn't going there, Mr. Chairman.
oh,
I was not going there.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the sign application for Sandera Bank. The only condition is a building permit.
have a second.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Those in favor? Aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tomorrow after 10,
Okay.
we'll have this permit processed, and then just go across this hall and get a building permit.
Okay.
All right?
great.
Congratulations.
Thank you all.
There was a question about taxes having been paid. Is that,
Yeah.
that's all set? Okay.
Banks are pretty good at that.
I would say, you would think. All right, so the second thing we have tonight is a second sign permit for Subway on 96 North Main Street.
Nissan is here, he's the contractor for Subway. Subway is going in where the old Quiznos used to be.
Oh, the
And
pizza
I
place
guess
fell.
before that, was it a Subway before that? Someone told me?
I have no clue. I guess maybe, yeah, they used to be
I don't
there
know.
before.
The pizza place fell through, huh?
Yeah, yeah. You'll see, they actually have a live photo. This is the exact same, well, you'll see the application. It's 14 square feet, and, there's not much else to tell, you see it.
And it looks like a Subway sign. Had there been a sign there previously?
Oh, Quiznos had one. And again, I don't remember what was, it was before me, what was there before Quiznos. I'm almost sure someone told me it was a Subway.
And this meets the dimensional requirements?
14 square feet, yes.
Okay.
Well, you know, you're gonna have to talk to him about this. This can't be lit internally.
It can't.
Has to be lit externally.
Okay. There was the existing Quizno sign. It has the electrical feed coming to the front of the building, and it's on the front where the old sign used to be. This is actually smaller than the sign that was there before.
Yeah.
Yep.
They came to you for a special permit. But
I
don't
believe
re-
we did gooseneck lighting.
Yeah, it was gooseneck lighting.
I believe you're right, Mr. Sim.
They can't allow, it's illegal unless it's grandfathered like the one before and they're just replacing. This is a completely different sign, even though it does meet the bylaw. It's gonna either have to be unlit or gooseneck lighting, or, well, you wouldn't do landscaping there.
No.
It'd be on the sidewalk. But there's
What
no,
do you recommend?
gooseneck lighting.
Gooseneck?
And they can vote on that and you don't have to mess with it.
Okay, I'll have my electrician take care of that. And
Yep.
Do I need to submit anything for
Nope.
Will that work for you?
It's gonna have to, as long as it's in conjunction with the board and with the town, we'll go with whatever,
Okay.
whatever specifications it is.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the sign for Carver Subway, Inc. with the following conditions: a building permit, electrical permit, and the lighting is to be gooseneck only.
Building permit is already there, electrical permit is already there.
And and also the taxes, have they been,
Yes,
okay.
thank you.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. Those in favor? Aye.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Nissan, anytime after 10 o'clock tomorrow, you can come in and get this, and then just bring it to the building department, and they'll be all set. You've already applied for a permit for this,
Yeah,
for the sign?
oh yeah, it was handed in,
It was in the big package you submitted
no, it was handed in a couple weeks ago.
for the sign?
Yeah, for the sign, last week.
Okay, okay, I guess that's how we all got together on this. Then what we'll do is process this, and we'll make sure the building department gets this, and then they'll be free to give you your permit.
Just a quick question, is there any particular decor with regards to the gooseneck, any specific colors,
No,
lighting arrangement? Okay.
What else did I have? I had one other question for you. Help me. Oh, how much water are you gonna use? I'm sorry.
That's a good,
You don't know.
well, the more customers are there, I guess, obviously, more water.
Yeah.
So
It's
I guess
a-
when everybody from the town comes out there.
Well, good luck.
Thank you, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Nissan.
Thank you. And for our third sign permit tonight, we have James Butler, Shepherd Funeral Home, 116 Main Street.
Well, we all know this place, unfortunately.
Haven't used it yet.
You have a point there.
All in due time.
It's inevitable, I guess, isn't it?
That was good.
That was very good. This is really just replacing the existing sign out there, but, I'll let this young man explain it to you.
The sign that's up there now is a 8-inch granite piece, and there's a hole in the middle with hi-hats coming up there right now. The sign itself is sandblasted. And, one of the persons that is on there is dead now, number one, so you can't really change that one. This existing sign is 34.5 inches by 30 inches. The one I'm proposing, I believe is, what's the square foot, 5 point something square feet?
31 inches, it's 5.16
Yeah,
square feet.
and, the existing one is 40 inches off the ground. I would like to see it a little higher off the ground, like 6 inches, because when vehicles come out, you know what I mean?
Want
If you
some
get it down
sight
that low, it gets, you know, people get whacked for coming down there, so that's the only thing that I really would like. Also, you're talking about hi-hats. I don't know, did I give you the one from Pembroke and the one from Kingston in there?
You showed me them, I don't know if they're in here.
You're showing in your package some gooseneck lighting that you'd like to put on this?
The one from Kingston would be the small one, and I'll probably show two of them. It's existing that was there, and then the new one I put up. And,
Do you have that?
No.
yeah, yeah, you can have that one, and this is the one I put up, Pembroke. Take a look at that, just to give you an idea what I'm gonna ask for.
So right now, you have one sign out there, the one that we look at here.
Yeah,
And so you want to put two signs out, is that what
double,
you're saying?
no, it's a double face sign.
Oh, just a double,
That's
oh,
all.
so
Yeah,
this
just
only
a
has
double face sign. I'm gonna take that one completely down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to use the granite, but the granite's eight inches thick, 8 by 8. It's got a hole through it, and if I can saw it and get it with a hammer, it might come apart, but it might break up too, so that's the other way. I have to put something underneath it, a stanchion or something like that. After they look at that, I'll explain. If you look at the top of those that I just passed around to you, it's like a floor flood in there. And that's what we call them, a floor flood. They stick out over the sign. But they don't want real visibility here. They just want to show where the number is and stuff like that. So she just wants a wash on it. And I don't know if you're familiar with these.
Yep.
An LED, it's 12 volt. It's much less power than a 100-watt light bulb. And I just want to put that underneath, and it'll all be hidden, just like the floor flood unit.
I'd have to get the book, I don't think we can use
I
that
don't
LED
think they're
lights.
allowed. I think we had this discussion. It's not here. I think you have, the bylaw says landscape lighting,
Or gooseneck,
gooseneck, or day glow.
right.
Soft glow, soft
Soft
glow.
Soft glow, no LED.
Does that qualify as soft glow? I'll look to the electrician there.
I never heard of those. The
Soft-
landscaping I've heard of, but I mean.
Soft glow is like they have at CVS. It's a light that's behind the letter.
That's a silhouette.
Yeah.
You're talking about a silhouette.
That's the only thing the bylaw allows.
Yeah. This is, and also it allows goosenecks.
Yes.
Goosenecks is, you have to put a 100-watt
That's what it
lamp
said
in
there.
it.
You don't have,
100-watt lamp, and it
you don't have
has
to
to
put,
come out half the distance
Yep.
of the sign.
you don't have to put.
In other words, if the
underwater.
sign is 25 inches, you have to come out 12 inches to get it lit properly. This one here is not coming out there. There's a little box that's 2 inches,
They're gonna keep this.
and this will
one closed.
go right up. You won't see this light.
Are you washing down or up?
It's gonna follow that, go down.
So you're gonna wash down?
Just washing out. You've got a couple in town like that. I did them all down there. I did so many signs, I forget them. But just before you get to 44, there's a mall on the right-hand side.
What's the wattage on that?
The wattage on that, for this whole one right here,
Yep,
is 100.
it's 100 watts?
Which is 100, which if you use both sides of it, you'd have to put a 50-watt spot on each side. And actually, it's 100 watt for that, but I'm cut it to 25 inches. I mean, you can always change it to a floor flood unit, but the floor flood unit, you've got them, a lot of them in town too. They come out and they hang over and they got a fixture on, and they put a fluorescent bulb in there. Now, the fluorescent bulbs, they burn out, the spotlights burn
Yeah, we
out.
don't
These
allow that.
don't burn out.
We don't allow the fluorescent bulb, but I don't think that it's gonna meet our bylaw, cause it still consists of,
LED.
What the bylaw says is internally lit.
right, it's not internally lit.
It's not internally lit.
It's gonna give a nicer full of the sign, soft wash. It can be, in my opinion, it can be interpreted as a soft glow. It's not a backlit. It's gonna be a wash down.
Right.
Buildings have it on there, sometimes
Yeah, I've seen it.
We've,
I
we've
mean, I
talked
don't know
about
if
this
you-
a couple times, trying to discuss this end of it.
They do that a lot, especially CVS does it a lot, because a lot of the towns like Plymouth and here, and they just won't.
But not the one here in Carver.
The Carver, they did it, that's backlit, ain't it?
Well, backlit, that's a little.
It's a red backlit CVS.
I'll let Will decide, explain it, but it's a soft glow.
It's a
I
soft
guess it
glow.
is backlit, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's LEDs, because you can't put neon
Yep.
that close to a box, it'll burn right up. This is the safest too, because it's 12 volt. I mean, I can work on that one, it's plugged in and everything. Don't even feel it. I mean, I'd like to go with this, and if you don't like it, I could change it to a
I think,
hi-hat.
personally, I think that this is a much nicer product, so it's gonna give a nice, a better wash of the sign. I like it, I'm just struggling with whether or not we're violating the bylaw.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt, well, it would look better than the gooseneck. But like I said, I don't
And I
have
know
the
we've,
book here to.
we've talked about this a couple times on the neon end of it and trying to change that, cause I think with the newer products nowadays, there's some advantages other than having the old spotlights. Not a big, even the new LED spotlights, similar to what we put down at YPAC. Nice product, but it's more narrowed. You worry about the overspray and the more energy efficient and stuff like that. I do like this product. I would be in favor of approving this with this, myself. I think it's gonna give a nicer look, it's gonna be a more softer look going through town. It's not gonna pow, it's not gonna overbear
Right.
the sign at all. By the time it gets to the ground, it's gonna be pretty much gone. There'll be a little bit of a glow on the ground, that's it. I don't see any overspray. I don't know.
My concern is if
Yep.
we allow this one, then do we leave ourselves wide open for someone else?
You're setting a precedence, I understand that.
I think if you could get around that this is backlit, then you'd be okay.
Yeah,
But
'cause,
I,
if you have LED lighting, like we had at where we're gonna build the new store in South Carver, and they had the old gas station line, that was
real LED.
real LED.
They went to
They
ZBA and
went to
got
ZBA.
This
released.
is real LED,
And-
this is the
and- but
newest
that
one
was-
out.
Don't say
But,
that.
but that was in your face. Where this, you would never know if it was LED or if it was fluorescent, because you never see those lights.
You never see these. Absolutely never. That's one of the reasons they use these now. You never see them. They use them inside of buildings now. Light up the whole side of a building inside, and they put a soffit around it. And the reason they do that is because the 12 volt, number one, and they don't burn out. They just don't burn out. Hi-hats, when you put a spotlight in there, the wind blows the hi-hats, breaks the filament, and then eventually you ain't gonna be able to get hi-hats, spotlights.
Question, where you putting the control for that, the transformer for that?
The power pack will go on the top of the sign itself. You see that header on there?
Yep,
It goes in there. There's the feed coming up on the granite.
Yep.
It's going to be up in the granite, so the power pack will be in a box inside there and just make the connections. Not even a ground to it. Don't even put a ground to it.
So the top of this,
That's
your
it,
sign,
that comes off, just a
That-
couple of screws, yeah.
the top of the sign itself, the granite sign itself that you're proposing, that you're gonna attach this somehow to the top to wash it down.
Well,
What
it's-
type is that gonna be? What type of enclosure will that be?
See, that's like, this one here, it came out a little bit on it. That, and believe it or not, that's a pipe, that's
we have
plumber's
that?
pipe.
I don't think I have that one. Can I see that for a second?
That's in your packet.
See this?
That one isn't? Oh, no.
This is Kingston, and all I did was take the two fixtures and put the LEDs are inside that. But this way here, I wanna put it underneath here, open that up.
Underneath this
Right,
soffit
right
here?
here, it's gonna be in, behind that 2-inch piece. That's 2 inches thick.
So it won't be this structure?
That'll be gone on this one. You won't even see that.
I don't have a problem with that. I think we'll need you to submit that to us, showing us how it's gonna attach to the sign itself. I don't wanna see
Okay.
like an overhang or something, I wanna see how it's gonna be more than part of the structure.
Yeah, okay, that's not a problem. I fool around with here, but I have to get on the computer to do it.
Yep,
And, can I get the permit without a sign, without the lights?
They
And then turn around and come back for the lights?
well, we can condition it as long as you submit a cut sheet of the design.
Mhm.
You know, that'll go in the packet, that's what I'm looking for, I don't wanna have, you know, on your other piece there that you had that overhang piece? I don't wanna see that,
No,
that would be more
neither do I,
consistent
that's
of
why
that.
we modify it as we go along, you know? The one in Pembroke is in the historical district and they allowed it too. I mean, I really,
The one in Pembroke's a beautiful sign.
yeah, it really looks good, it sharpens it up.
I don't
mean,
think I have a problem, I consider that a more softer glow, I don't consider it a back glow thing, because it's not protruding from behind the letters. It's actually washing down, but I don't have a problem with what he's proposing at all. I think it's gonna be a nice looking sign. And I think it's gonna be softer, and my interpretation, I don't think that we're violating the bylaw, but I'll refer to Jack on that one, I mean.
If you consider it soft glow, then it does.
Okay.
As always, it's your interpretation, but I don't know enough about these things,
Yeah.
but if it is a soft glow,
Yeah, it's not overpowering by any means.
it's not like me, is it?
it's not as hot as a 100-watt light would really, just, plus you see it from both ways when you're coming down. The spotlight you see coming here, coming there, you see them,
Right.
they're in the eyes. But this one here, you won't even gonna see it, all this is gonna wash down.
No, I'm gonna make a motion to approve the sign for Shepherd's Funeral Home with the following conditions. There'll be a building permit. Electrical permit. I'm writing at the same time. Lighting is to be LED
Soft light.
soft light that's affixed underneath
It'll
the
be all
top of the sign, not protruding outside of the sign, washing down.
washing down.
And
And you'll be submitting
sheet.
a cut sheet to the board of that.
Yeah. To the building
To
inspector.
Jack.
To here.
Yeah. Okay.
There's been a motion, any,
Second.
hey, those in favor?
Aye.
you
But-
made it.
By the way, I just wanna give you some information where you go through these lights all the time. These here LEDs, you can put them on there, and you can get a piece of white plastic that puts on there, and that dulls it down more. And it's, like 70% will come through 40% will come through, and you've got that, so you know how much aluminums are coming through. And so it's just something that, you're gonna be coming up against this all the time.
You
from
know,
now on.
it reminds me, I do have in my tickler file for next year and the vice chairman of ZBA brought this up, maybe it was the chairman actually, that we should amend your bylaws so that you're discussing these instead of, so that way they don't have to go to two boards and take the internal lit stuff and put it in your lap.
Yeah.
So that they're just coming to you. Cause we've sent a few people to ZBA and they get their permits, but maybe we should give it to you under the special permit process.
Sure.
So we'll talk about that.
And technology's changing all the time, too.
Right,
LED
A lot of towns
lights.
are going to streetlights that are all LED now.
that's right, that's
Yeah.
right.
Well, thank you.
Okay, I learned a lot here,
So did we.
and I ain't gonna go into that funeral home. Not laying down, anyway.
All right.
I don't even want to say good luck to you.
Well done.
Maybe they do them standing up now. I don't know.
been doing it a few years.
All right.
Do you want your pictures here?
No, I'll need one set for the folder.
I'll take it out, recycle it.
We'll keep them.
We need them for the folder. We need them.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We need it.
Okay.
Thanks, Jim.
You
Mr.
guys, how many for me?
Mr. Chairman,
You.
Yes.
we have two guests here that I think there's been a little miscommunication. I'm not exactly sure, but maybe they wanna, if I could indulge you just to maybe hear why they're here. I think they're from the South Carver gas station.
We have a continuance, though, that we have to do,
Okay,
Mr.
I
Chair.
think that's what
After that, then we can.
Okay, so, under old business, we have a 7:15 public hearing continuation for crop production services. It's a special permit site plan review for warehouse retail space.
You'll see in your packet the letter asking for a continuance, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but they've been wrestling with corporate about the whole size of the building and the sprinkler issue and the cost of the sprinkler issue. I've met with them a couple times since the last hearing, and last Thursday I had a meeting with the fire chief, or the deputy fire chief, actually, because if you recall, the fire chief has recused himself from this. And as you see, they're still struggling. If I read this letter, they're gonna buy the property, and they're gonna build something, and it's gonna be sprinkled. It's just, where does that price point stop the size of the building? So, I did talk to the builder, the designer today, and they expect to have something to you on November 15th, your next meeting.
Is that October 15th?
I meant October 15th. I said November 15th.
What time you got, Jack?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I have 7:15.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to continue the public hearing for crop productions at October 15th at 7:15.
You have a motion and a second. Those in favor? Aye. All right. Now, we have some people that would like to
Yes.
speak.
Evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, we were just hoping to look for a permit.
We have
If
your
you give your
name.
name and
Oh, I'm sorry, I
address
thought we
and
had the file.
your business.
No, I think we have a little confusion here, so explain why you're here and then I can help them. I'm not exactly sure, I think I know it.
Okay, sure. No, we had noticed that the sign for 58 had come down.
But
Where,
can we have your name, please?
I'm sorry.
That's
My name
okay.
is Ahmed. This is my father, Farouk Ahmed. He's the owner of Carver Gas. I'm just here because he doesn't hear well. I could translate for
That's the
him.
one in the center of town?
No,
is
it's
this?
where 58 and Tremont split, where they
Okay.
meet. It's further up a little bit.
Okay.
So we were
It's,
looking.
it's next to the Ben Ellis,
Okay,
Yes.
that's, okay.
yes.
We were just hoping for a permit to put a small sign below the Route 58 sign directing people towards our gas station. We had noticed that the Little Red Smokehouse has something similar, so we were just inquiring as to that. And so we had been working.
You're right, and they did submit an application, but unfortunately, we found out that they owed taxes, and they were working with the tax collector.
Yeah, which we had taken care of.
Is that, have you confirmed that? See, I need to put it on the agenda, Ahmed, to know, and I didn't know you were coming in tonight. So you have an open file, you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
There's two things I need to do. One is Kathy has to confirm that the taxes are paid, and I believe you. And then I'm gonna have to put you on the next agenda for October 15th.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do about it.
No, that's fine. I was told to come today, so I just made sure I showed up, that's all.
Well,
All right.
maybe I screwed that up, but I don't recall it. Either way,
So this is just for directional signs?
correct.
And can you help them with that?
I did already.
Okay.
The file's ready to go.
Perfect.
It was just a tax issue.
Excellent.
One directional?
I think you had two directionals, didn't you?
No, just a
Just
small
one?
sign that would say Carver
Yeah.
Gas with arrows
It's
pointing
not on
straight
the
on the
agenda,
58.
Okay,
Yeah.
October 15th, 7 PM, and I apologize.
No, that's fine. We'll be back.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you in a couple weeks.
All right, going on to other business, planning board notes. Anybody have anything to
nothing.
say?
I just basically want to say that Jack has provided the marijuana committee with the final draft, and we are reviewing it. And hopefully, we'll all agree on it, and we'll bring it before the planning board and move forward.
I would like to do that in November when I bring in my draft list, which won't be that long, of other items, and we'll just deal with all of it.
I did talk to Tim Cruz,
Oh,
and he said this is something that he would prefer not to come in and speak or to discuss. However, I could call someone at the State House, and perhaps maybe they would like to come in. But I'll leave it open if the board is
Are they working?
interested.
Are they still out of work?
I'll go forward. If, when no one is interested, then I'll just let it die of natural causes.
Sounds familiar.
so probably your second meeting in November, I'll come in with the marijuana bylaw, and I'll invite the members. And I got a couple other things that have come up that we'd like to entertain for next spring town meeting.
Can we,
And we'll let it go.
Yeah.
Okay.
can we get a preliminary email of it so we can read it?
Absolutely.
That way if we have
I'll do
questions,
it right
we
now.
can do it at that hearing or at that meeting. That'd be great.
Now, how does this work with the marijuana bylaw? I heard that the state's given out permits to different people or
Licenses.
licenses, okay. So, is that all that they're gonna give out, or they're gonna continually give out licenses?
No, each county is limited to 5 licenses. And in Plymouth County, I think there was 12 permits, but I think, and all of them made it through the first vetting process. The first vetting process is that you weren't convicted of any felonies and that you had the cash to do it, the financial backing. Now, they're going through all the licenses for more detail, and I don't know what that is. But eventually, they'll whittle it down and get it to 5 or less for Plymouth County. I went on the website, and I didn't tell Ms. Hanlon this, to see if any of them had anything to do with Carver, and it doesn't say. All it says is the corporation, who's the president, and where they're from. And none of them were from Carver, but that doesn't mean anything. They were from all over the place.
So they've given out licenses, but it doesn't
They haven't given them out yet.
Or they're looking at people to give out 5 licenses, but they still don't know in what area of the county that they're
That's correct.
gonna land.
They might know, I don't know.
No, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they're giving out more than 5 licenses, and then they'll keep on interviewing, only to 5 per
Right,
county.
right.
Correct.
Okay. So some towns have already have marijuana bylaws, so these towns could be chosen to have,
No, you don't have to have a bylaw.
You don't, no, I
They're
don't think,
allowed by right.
are there any in Massachusetts? I think there's one in Rhode Island.
I don't, no, there's none in Massachusetts.
No, Rhode Island, I believe, has one functioning clinic,
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. but Massachusetts doesn't have any yet.
Legal ones.
legal
you.
ones, yeah.
Yes, legal ones.
Just saying.
All right, planners' notes. Do you have any,
Oh, me?
anything you would like to say, Mr. Hunter?
That's the planner. Oh, I have a couple things in your packet, under planner's notes, under F. The first one, I was contacted by either a realtor or a lawyer, I'm not sure which, about Carver Plantation. Carver Plantation is a subdivision that was approved back in '94 by the planning board, '95. And a covenant was done by the planning board where they released the lots, and there's 15 lots. And in lieu of releasing it, they received $75,000 surety, and they want their money back. So, I am researching. Kathy was kind enough to go up the attic. We found the folder. There's nothing up there. I have emailed the treasurer to find out where's this 75 grand and in what form is it. I got a hunch because the two previous treasurers ago told me when he got into the office there were all these bank books. I got a hunch it's money sitting in a bank account somewhere. Accruing interest, I may add. So, if that's the case, what we gotta do is go to this subdivision. It's BA Drive over on Center Street. We gotta see if it's built to town standards. I know this is 20 years old. And we're gonna have to deal, and get the Sean out there and the whole 9 yards. This is gonna be a little complicated, so I wanted you to know that. I just got this inquiry today, so I just threw it in there. I don't know if I have anything else for you. We got a little caught by surprise here. Still dealing with a couple inquiries on properties but nothing coming down the pipe. I do believe that Makepeace is gonna be coming in with a solar project next to the Carver, Marion, Wareham landfill way down on Plymouth, on Federal Street. They have told me they're gonna come in, and I also believe they're gonna be coming in with their Reed Custom Soil Facility. They're still designing, and there's some nuances they wanna change before they submit. So I got a hunch this winter, you're gonna be permitting both, asked to permit both. That's what I got.
Thank you. Okay, we have approval of minutes, September 3rd, 2013, and September 17th, 2013.
I might have missed the link.
So I guess we'll do the first, September 3rd, 2013.
Motion to approve as written?
Second.
Have motion to approve in a second. Those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll move on to September 17th.
I read these. Motion to approve as written.
See, Rosemary wasn't here, so
Oh, second, sorry.
the second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And abstention by Rose Marie, since she wasn't here.
Correct.
All you got?
Nope, I got
Okay, correspondence.
couple things. One, the AG, the Attorney General, has approved the warrant articles, and you had two warrant articles. We had the moratorium on medical marijuana, which is in there, and also the zone change for South Carver on Federal Road. So both have been approved, and we're ready to go. So we still have a perfect track record, by the way, in 9
You
years.
just jinxed us.
8 years. Also, Makepeace is having their, well, they've already have it. I don't know why I get these things so late, but on September 26th. Two other things I forgot under planner's notes, Mr. Chairman. I'm meeting with Serped tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I think it's 10 o'clock. I'm meeting with Steve Smith, the executive director, to ask him about doing a comprehensive master plan in conjunction, hopefully with Dr. Mullen, and try to get a quote. They don't neither have to go out to bid because they're public agencies, but just to see, and then I know you wanted to entertain going to town meeting in the spring, and it seems like we got support from different agencies or different town departments and committees for this, and see if we can get some support and do a new master plan. I think it's a great idea. The other thing is, I was approached by Tom Walsh, our emergency management supervisor. They are doing a local hazardous mitigation plan. It's mandated by FEMA, MEMA. And I'm on the committee. Sarah Hewins and Tom did most of the work. We all chipped in the beginning. And they're just about done, but he wants to have Serped kind of review it and use a couple of our hours. So I'm gonna ask Steve at that time, and I told Sarah I'd let you know. I think it's a good idea. We need to be in compliance, and Tom always does that anyway, but just to review what they've done and to make sure all the i's are dotted and the t's are crossed. So I just given you that as a FYI.
All right, thank you. Well, I guess we've come to the end of the,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
a motion and a second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
Good
you.
night, everybody.
Thanks, Fran and Fran.